This week from the internet, Hasbro deploys reinforcements with a slew of new G.I. Joe reveals, including the Cobra S.N.A.K.E battle armor. Who wouldn't want to get all up in that thing? Plus, Funko channels their inner Polly Pocket with a new Bitty Pop Bitty Box collection. And Lumon can keep their finger traps and waffle parties. Severance action figures are the only incentives that would motivate our innies. That's the Reluctant Adults Podcast. Oh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the top macro data refiner of the quarter, Bill.
Hi, everyone. That's right. I am the top data macro refiner of the quarter.
How are you enjoying that waffle party?
What? It's your Severance references, aren't they? They don't
Severance.
land on me. They don't land on me. I don't watch that.
How far did you get?
Not far ever.
Oh my god.
I've never seen it.
I thought you said you did. I thought I asked if you had seen it. And you said,
No.
yes, I have seen it.
No, I've
not
never
at all?
seen it. Not at
All right,
all.
we're gonna stop recording for 8 hours. Bill's gonna go watch Severance.
I'll have to get Apple
well-
TV.
Listen, I'll share my password with you. Listen to all the podcasts, all the corresponding podcasts.
That's a lot of work.
I finished the official podcast with Ben Stiller and Adam Scott. I started listening to fan podcasts.
That's where
I didn't realize. Yeah, that's where I've been. That's why I didn't have a show last week. I've been full load of listening to other podcasts. There's a podcast for Severance where it's basically that feature on your TV where if you are blind, someone will narrate what is happening on the screen. Like that's the
Yes.
entire podcast is just them explaining, and then they have clips of the show, which seems highly illegal. You can't just use clips from the show. But apparently in audio format, it is the Wild West. Nothing. If you put that on YouTube, you would be struck down in a second. Like the bots would catch it immediately. But for the podcast world, you can pretty much do anything you want, which is pretty crazy. But we're gonna probably need that in the future, so that's good.
Play-Doh.
What was that, Play-Doh?
I said anything goes with Play-Doh.
Anything goes with Play-Doh. Did they? I don't even remember that as a catchphrase. That feels like that could go south very quickly.
I mean, it definitely was something along those lines.
What? How far can you? What? Anything goes. What were people doing with Play-Doh? What did they need reassurance of? Can I do this? Yeah, that's fine. Anything goes with Play-Doh. Well, what about this? Yeah, I mean, you want to check with your local governors to make sure that's legal in your state. But hey, as far as Play-Doh goes, anything goes.
Yeah.
But I digress. You may notice my voice is not great. This is the first time I'm hearing it not be super great. I thought it was better than this, but I was sick last week, which is why we did not do a show because I had no voice. And I thought I was back to full strength, but it's good enough. This is what you get.
Just
apologize.
add a filter to it. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
filter.
that's true. I'll just be really far away. You can't hear me.
We all get under the weather. We all get sick. That sounds terrible.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's better. No, you sound fine.
People reached out and they said, "Hey, where's the show?" And I said,
Wow.
"Sir, this is a Wendy's. You don't pay for this. You can't not beholden to you." No, but I definitely appreciate it. We appreciate when people reach out because we know they appreciate the show, and it's something you look forward to, and we look forward to doing it. So I'm happy to be back, having a distraction from the real world, so we can talk about toys. Well, take me away.
Let's be fair. I think last week was a substantially slow week.
Well, that made me feel a little bit better because there was not a ton. Not looking at the list that I had started.
Yeah, you
said
me a list of 5 things, and I was like,
it's gonna be a rough show. We're gonna really stretch it out, see what we can do. So let's just get right into it. So I think the top news of the week is something that just happened, and I don't know why it happened. It's not G.I. Joe June, but it's G.I. Joe February. And we got some new photos and some really, really cool stuff that I'm excited to talk about.
Okay, that's good.
So I'm going to bring up a window here. Oh, so normally we will have the window that shows like what we're looking at. And before I would go to Twitter, and we would use Paternia's link usually on there on Twitter. Twitter has been banned from this show. We will no longer be incorporating Twitter into the broadcast. We are now on Blue Sky. So this is my personal Blue Sky. I haven't made an account for what do I say here? Nah, this is technically my personal account. I don't think we need to make an account for this. We'll just use me. Blue Sky, fuck Twitter, fuck Elon. If you don't know why, follow news. What's wrong with you? Come on. So here's the G.I. Joes. Was there an event today? Why did we get new photos?
I don't know. I like you earlier before the show started have been staying away from social media. Life's just too busy.
Smart.
To
That's a smart thing.
I just play catch up. Like I have like an hour at the end of the day to be like, here it all is. Great.
It's been distilled for you, the top things. Like, please rank
I don't have
the
to
top
search for it.
3 awful things that happen. Just I can't process more than 3.
Right. Plane crashes, government upheaval.
Include
what the
how
hell?
Many plane crashes today?
And toys.
This
is the third in a week.
Third plane crash? Yeah.
Third.
Yeah. I mean, planes crash, especially little planes.
They do.
The first one, I think, made everybody's radar sort of pop up and be like, oh. But, you'd actually be surprised at how often little planes crash.
Right.
That's why we'll not fly in one.
And how many of them are piloted by Harrison Ford, of course.
Oh, he did crash once, right?
He crashed
was okay.
several.
He survived. I don't think he is killable. I don't know if we're going to talk about...
Get off my plane! Oh, that doesn't
get
sound
off
right
mine.
right now.
Give me back my son. I don't know if we're going to talk about the Red Hulk movie, but there was some controversy with that where I think Anthony Mackie made some comment about... I don't even know what it may have been like a tongue-in-cheek thing, like where we said, like, not my Captain America. And people were mad, but I don't know who these people are that are mad. Like, who is still getting mad at stuff that happens in Hollywood? There's real stuff to get mad about. You don't need to get mad about what an actor says. Actors are meaningless. I don't know if you've figured that out yet, but they don't mean anything. They could just go away, and then it's like, okay, well, they're gone. Their house is burned down all the time. Yeah. They're not above us. But and then the Spider-Man actor from the cartoon said something about he was glad the show wasn't woke. It's like, everybody shut up. Just stop talking. Stop filling the space. There's not enough bandwidth for everyone to have their problems.
Shut your mouth. It's all right. Let's get back to G.I. Joe toys.
I have a lot inside me from the week off.
Let's get back to toys. Toys is the happy place. Toys is where we need to go back to.
Toys
back
is something.
To toys.
I'm not even going to say it's the happy place. I look around. No. I look around. What have I done? What more could I have done? If there weren't these toys, what would my life be? Not any better. Probably a lot worse. Toys are good.
Maybe.
All right. G.I. Joe. What is this car thing? What's
February?
This car?
That is the Striker. You know what's
the car
sad?
is Striker. I thought the guy was Striker.
Yes. No. So what's sad is they showed us all these digital renders. And, I mean, I do like G.I. Joe enough, but there's a lot of acronyms to throw around. There's a lot of code names, and none of these include code names. So
what?
I've had to dive in, which is like, okay, what is this? So let's
what is AW? Oh, you mean like AWE? Like it doesn't tell you what that stands for?
No, it does, but that's I had to be like, oh, that's the Striker. Which, funny story, I found an original one at the antique store in that bag that I had.
That was fun. I feel like I had this. Did it come with this guy?
I think everybody did.
Is it Dial Tone? Who is this?
That's not Dial Tone.
Crankcase. I don't remember Crankcase. He looks nice.
I like
he has a mustache.
Does he have a sleeveless vest? Does he have a vest on? And bare arms?
No, it's got sleeves. It's got short sleeves. It's just
see, I'm further away from the screen tonight, so I have to.
No, I understand. We're trying.
Yes,
we're trying again.
You wanted
trying
me
new
framed
things.
up differently.
Trying new things. Eventually we'll just go back to how it used to be, but at least we can say.
Oh, good.
So this is a fun one. Does it say how you get this? Oh, does he have a coffee cup? That's really funny. He has a little coffee cup.
It doesn't say how. So a lot of people are saying that there's something off about the vehicle here. They think it might be the wheels might be a little too small in the front, but there's something off that doesn't. It's not hitting right. It does. It looks like an all-terrain style vehicle.
It does look.
But who knows the size? This is probably going to be $100. Great.
All right. Well,
it looks like it can fit 3 figures, which is excellent.
At least, yeah, because it's got that gunner seat up at the top.
Yeah.
Little canopy up there. It's cute.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And then we'll save the best for last, but we got these are some ninjas.
Slice and dice from the Ninja line, which is very exciting because I had Slice and Dice, and this is when they started. I don't know if it's exactly when they started to incorporate it, but these figures had like an action feature attached to it.
Oh, that's right. That was the end.
You know, you could kick, or there was one arm that could karate chop.
Right.
We have Slice and Dice.
Yeah.
And that's when we started seeing that new Storm Shadow with the the black and white style hoodie.
Oh yeah, the weird camo pattern on him.
Yep.
Or whatever. I don't even know. And then here we go. I love me a good mech.
Everyone's getting a mech. Everyone. It's the year of the mech. Not the year of the snake. No, this is the snake.
Oh, what does that stand for?
Snake.
I love that they made it an acronym.
It's the Cobra S.N.A.K.E.
It just reminds me of that episode of The Office, Diversity Day, and in the fan cut, there's a part where Michael makes an acronym out of words, but the acronym spells out incest.
Oh, yes.
That's not better. That's not better. Did this thing exist as a toy previously?
This does exist now. Now it is much smaller in the original form. And the original one was kind of like you took the figure and you kind of just put it in, and the feet fit in where the legs are. So this one has me concerned as to where the operator's legs are going to go. Like, is it all going to be in the command pod up front? Is it going to be similar to how the mechs were in Avatar, where they were kind of just like seated into it and the legs were independent? Because obviously a person's legs aren't going to be able to go into the legs of this unit here. Right?
No, that doesn't seem like it would be how this works.
So are they like housed? Like, is it a pod? Kind of like
he probably has his knees up to his
trouble
chest.
Bubble? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's in the fetal position. Is that what it's called? What is it?
Right. Well, I'm wondering. Yeah, exactly. Because the original one, the figure just fit into it. It was almost just like a case.
Right.
And that was the mech there.
I'm trying to find an actual photo of the original one.
I mean, I had to type in Cobra S.N.A.K.E. and then I had to do G.I. Joe because it was like, oh, here's a picture of an actual snake.
Because Super 7 did one too, I'm seeing here.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of people, if we start getting to the retro collection, a lot of people are really calling out the renders looking too much like Super 7 product.
Well, that's probably just.
But it's a render.
Software.
Obviously, it's a render.
Same.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know what you can do about that.
You can't, of course.
I think that's I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
Hey, I'm just speaking for the people here.
You are just, I understand. You're voicing the concern. You are the voice of the voiceless, like CM Punk.
Yeah.
I appreciate this. I love me a good mech. I would love to see Exo Squad return. But like you said, this is kind of a weird mech where it's not my preferred way. It almost looks like the feet turn into race cars or something.
Right.
It's just a weird design.
It's just
it's
a robot.
It's just a robot. It's just a robot, yeah. This is like a more realistic. Like, this is probably what we would get. Like, we're not going to have our legs in the legs because, like, your leg would get ripped off if the thing was started moving too quick.
Of course.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But somebody did find one of these flame effects that comes with a previous figure and matched it up to see how big the figure would be if that is the exact same piece. And it did seem like their legs would extend past the midpoint of the robot. So we're going to have to see how. Maybe he's just hanging on the back. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
But I appreciate this. It doesn't seem like it comes with a figure maybe to keep the price down.
Sure.
I don't know that I'll pick it up, but I'd love to see people playing with it. I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Moving up here, what's this guy's name? Drakian?
Drakon, I thought it was.
Drakon?
I think I have Drakon. He's a cousin of
Darklon?
Destro. Darklon?
Darklon? Something like that. I have this guy. I remember him. I remember this pattern on his shirt. But they made him seem like he's a snake guy under there. I don't think that was necessarily always the case with this guy. He's got a sword too. That's cool.
Right. He's like
just
nobility.
a handgun. He's got like either a flamethrower or like some sort of like Nerf dart arrow gun, and then he's just got like a little handgun.
Sound. That's a giant air horn. It's a party horn.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that goes,
it shoots t-shirts.
It shoots confetti. Yes, it's a confetti cannon.
It's got the little CO2 tank down there. That's absolutely
it's totally a t-shirt. It's totally a t-shirt cannon. Yeah, it is.
But then he's got a sword and a little dagger, and then just a revolver, just because.
Giant broadsword. Okay.
And then his guy is who is this? I don't know. He's chewing bubble gum. This breaker. Yep. Yeah. And he comes with a little artifact or something here. I'm not sure.
Well, they're starting to get into like the Mass Effect stuff. So
right, I see that down here.
Yes,
so that's fun. I like the bubble effect. And then a diver 2-pack, and they are so angry that they're divers. Look at those faces; they are not pleased. Mad. They signed up
yellow
for
diver
parachuting, and they came up with this. I don't know. It looks fine though.
They're equipped too. There's so much, but the diver line just throws me off. Like anytime they put a diver out, and I'm like, I know people like to do the toy photography underwater or like faux underwater.
I can't even picture underwater toy photography. I feel like nobody has that camera. Like nobody.
No, well, there's that, but like everything. If you ever put a toy underwater and like air bubbles start to cling to it, and you're like, no, that's not it.
Well, you couldn't do it with the old GI Joes because they'd rust. They had screws in them. You can't do that. I have so many Joes that are. I mean, I'm sure everyone has Joes that are rusted because you did put them in water. You were dumb. We didn't know.
Yeah.
Here we have some retro releases. This is Cover Girl. Was she in the helicopter previously?
No. She was a regular release. She had the very done up makeup face, the very pinched nose. People had a lot of issues with her original portrait, I would say.
She got a sledgehammer and a wrench. That's all you need.
Wrench, yeah. She works on tanks.
That's all you need is a sledgehammer and a wrench.
Yeah.
And then those classic oversized stand, which is pretty funny. Yeah, I like that. And then, what's his name? Flint. These are previously released figures. They're just going to come on that classic carding.
Right.
Which I kind of like it, but it's just so big. It's so funny to me.
Well, they did better on the card back. I got Duke before Christmas for a discount on Amazon. And the original card backs that came out for those Walmart exclusives were like thin tissue paper.
Oh, really? Because they're so thick.
Yeah, they weren't great. They're so thick.
Yeah.
You can't.
Oh, I like the Televiper. He's got a stock ticker going across his goggles.
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah, I like the Televiper.
Is that for other people? Because if he was seeing it, it should be backwards. But it's like,
right.
We can read it. It's like other people around him are just like, we got some alerts coming in. What does it say?
He's got one of those LED masks that you wear that can you can
the Halloween
put
mask?
A face. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. They thought of everything.
But I like his colors. I like that. Looks good.
Yeah, a little dull for me. Was that it? I thought there was a little more. I guess not. That was it. Yeah. That's enough though.
That's plenty.
I'm not up to date with how they release these figures. What was like the most recent assortment that just came out?
I think people are starting to see. Oh, I don't even know because I only buy them when they're marked down now.
That's the thing. I only get them when they're on clearance, so I have no idea.
Yes. So I've started to really kind of piecemeal it, which then kind of brought me to the conclusion because I was looking at my Turtles of Grayskull, which I've just completely stopped collecting.
Yeah.
And it brought me to a conclusion because it's like you wanna stick with the line, you want to complete something, but then there's always that one piece that you miss, and then it just sullies the line for the rest because you're like, I want to find this stuff in stores, I don't want to pay a markup, and then you can't find it. And for me, it was that the Mossman figure that was a Walmart exclusive.
Right.
I never got that figure, and that was the one figure that I was in love with because I liked the body horror aspect of it. I liked that Swamp Thing aesthetic that it had. And since then, I haven't gotten anything from that line. I've got all 4 turtles, and I've got like the basic characters, but I'm not diving into like the newest wave, which is, I think, who is it? Snake Man, Shredder.
Oh,
and then they have King Hiss, but it's a Foot Clan ninja, which is odd.
None of those really stood out to me.
No, well, I don't like it when they go to the snakes anyway. But
I know we've talked about that. Once you reach the snakes,
for G.I. Joe,
I'm all done. Wait for that.
For G.I. Joe, it's the Clutch and Vamp, that vehicle figure 2-pack that came out about a year ago that goes for like $200 now. I missed out on that. So now I just kind of piece it together.
You do what you can do. You do what
you can do. Yeah.
You can do what you can do. If it doesn't speak to you, I think it's like if you really cared, you probably would have got it, like pre-ordered it or something. Those Walmart, that's like usually the off ramp for a lot of lines, that Walmart stuff, because it's like unless you get lucky or some random, your random store will randomly get a shipper or something, you're just not going to get it.
It's like all their planograms are either identical or they're different, and for whatever reason, the most random store is different. And like one will carry one thing, and the other one won't. That's carry. Right.
You got to go
the
to
other
different...
one won't carry the Ghostbuster retro figures, and it was like, what?
Right. You got to go to different size stores. I think that's the trick. It's like,
but even the similar
size
stores,
the smaller ones will have more stuff.
Exactly. It's weird.
It is weird. What the hell? It's weird. Sam, get your shit together.
So if anybody's sitting on some Mossman figures, and
you still need them
for like $10, send one my way. I'll be happy.
No, I see like the Croc figure now.
Oh yeah, I haven't even. Well, so none of my WalMarts have any of these figures. It was kind of like Motu in general is gone. They keep the wrestlers. They keep the wrestling superstars, but nothing else.
Oh, really? I haven't. See, I would prefer that. I haven't been able to find newest one.
$25 wrestlers.
Are they $25 now?
They're up there.
It's too much. It was already too much. I give up.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. It's gonna be even more soon. All right, let's transition to something else before we go on break. Funko. Let me change my what do I want? I want to stop sharing. I don't want to stop this. I'm back. All right. So Funko Pops, we're all familiar.
Yes.
They keep making them. They keep trying different stuff. Bless their hearts. They introduced Bitty Pops a while ago, which were shrunk down versions of the regular Pops, box and all.
Right.
And you know how much I love smaller versions of things.
Yeah, they're cute.
So I got a couple of these. I got my wife like the Harry Potter ones, and they're fine. It's just like they are small, and it's like you got to really look. So it's kind of not as great. But they did some other stuff. They have like these. They have like a Megazord that comes with a little Red Ranger that you put in there. But that doesn't make sense to me because you would need all 5 Power Rangers in the Megazord. So I've sort of written off that line. But this actually does kind of speak to me. And these are these pop displays. What are they even calling them? I don't know. But it's like a Polly Pocket for these Bitty Pops. And the thing that you close it all up and it makes a pop box. So when you buy it, it comes in a box. But then when you open it, you can close it all up. So you can see all the different play environments. You close it up, it's a pop box. And you can still kind of see in it to see like the play area. So that's fun. But they're doing a lot of different genres or topics. What's the word here? They're doing a lot of different themes. So here's it. And you can see how they divide it. They basically have 6 different cubicles that they can theme So they gave him like the above land. There's a kitchen, a room that's just the balloons, and then there's Pennywise's hideout. And then here's the gutter. You can see him sticking his head through. So I think these are really fun. They really did some creative ones. Here's Harry Potter, and he's got the big snake that lives down there.
Oh yeah, the Chamber of Secrets.
The Chamber of Secrets. And then here's Upside Down for Stranger Things, which is very fun. Yeah. Lilo and Stitch, that's a unique one. Pretty cool. So really fun stuff.
They're like little tiny dollhouses.
They're like little tiny dollhouses. My biggest problem with them is that I don't feel like the Bitty Pops lend themselves well to playing with, because the pop is kind of just like it's a stationary design. Like their hand. I mean, like they've tried to get more creative with them. But for the most part, it's not like their pieces move, and like Mighty Max's pieces didn't move either. So maybe this is me nitpicking in a way that doesn't need to be nitpicked. But for whatever reason, I would never. I think that you don't really play with pops, and I think maybe that just sort of transcends.
No, you
the
display
size.
them, and then this is just
they're not to be played with.
This is a desktop playset, pretty much.
Yeah,
I'm in my cubicle. I'm at my office desk. I'm working remotely. And I just need something to fidget with real quick. So I'm going to take Harry Potter and I'm going to put him in his dormitory room, or I'm going to put him down in the Chamber of Secrets, or I'm going to put him walking on the stairs. And that's it.
But I think it's fun. I think it's this is probably my favorite thing they've done, their innovations lately. I don't have a good sense of how big it is once you close it all up. So I will be interested to see that in person. I would love if they did an office version, because I would love to have like a collapsible Dunder Mifflin. Yeah. Because I have like the other, Funko did like another like set you put together when they did those little guys.
Right.
Remember I don't even remember, Movie Moments or something, but they weren't pops. They were some other design they created.
Just put it out in the universe and it will happen.
I'm sure it will. I really am not worried.
They have the license for every single IP in the world. I mean, it's very
I'm pretty
easy
sure they
for
still
them to
have.
be like, we got to do this.
Yeah. They did little towns. See, these didn't really make any sense to me, because it's like you have to take the pop out of the box.
Right.
But it's like, what do you do with the little box? Because the box is part of the toy. It doesn't make any sense to me. Which I guess is the case here too, but at least maybe you can store the boxes somewhere. But anyways, that's fun. I thought I'll be looking forward to those. I don't know how much they cost or anything, so if they want to say, they're doing the Turtles? Did I see this right? Yeah. Here's a fun, the Ninja Turtle. It's got the sewer pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very fun. It's very fun. I think, I got to see it again, but I think, the majority of it is like a sticker, but there does look like there are some print or sculpted.
That's okay.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. But it does look like there are some sculpted bits to it that really adds to it. That's good too. That's good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else. You had a picture of this R2 unit for Easter.
Oh yeah, R2BNE.
Yeah, I'm gonna look him up. Now, what is R2BNE?
He's the Easter. He's the Easter droid factory for this year, first ever.
Yeah, but what is BNE? What does BNE
Bunny
mean?
Bunny.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes.
Just kidding.
I know. Look at him. What a delightful chap.
Some nice colors.
Wow. Yes.
It's basically like somebody left R2 out in the sun. He just has like R2's normal colors, but he's just like faded a little bit. Put a bunny ear on him. Does he come with a basket or anything?
Oh, wouldn't that be great? No, it just cracks me up. I love this. This is where they needed to go. I'm fatigued with Christmas. I didn't get the get the latest Droid Factory Advent calendar, but this just rings my bell right here.
There you go.
It's too fun.
Nice.
Too fun.
It's too fun.
Did you see that they smile?
That's good. That's nice to have. Did you pre-order? How do you get this?
No. How do I do it? I send you down to Disney Springs and you buy me 8 of them.
Oh, you can only get it at the Droid Factory?
No, you can probably get it online soon enough.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, we are planning a trip to Magic Kingdom without the kids to see what that's like in the next couple of weeks. Is this going to be out by then?
It could be. Easter's in April, so it's a while. But it's in hand there, so it's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, somebody's got it in hand.
Yeah.
Did you see that they have announced what they're doing with the previously Star Wars hotel?
I did.
It is officially going to become Office Space.
Oh, what a waste.
Yeah.
What a waste. So funny, too. It's like, if that was your
shifting
intention the
from
whole
hyperspace to Office Space.
Oh, they should just do a show in there, base it off that.
Oh, the Office Abandoned Building edition?
Yes. Yeah. Something.
I hope they keep the theming.
Keep the theming? Yeah.
Incorporate new, like any office supplies have to be themed like Star Wars, like the cafeteria.
Like nothing's changed. It's just like, I gotta go down to the Galactic Star Cruiser and work.
I got called to HR at the Galactic Star Cruiser. Oh man, I hope everything's okay.
Oh my God, I was working remotely before this. I enjoyed it. Now they put me in the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Damn it. Yeah, we all got to go back. Even you.
Yeah.
Do you obviously in your line of work it's impossible to work remotely. Do you ever how do you feel about people who can work remotely? You're like, fuck them. Good for them.
I don't. I mean, good for them, but you know, I try to separate it because I know there's advantages to that, and I know that people do take advantage as well. And to those that take advantage and get away with it, well, I have thoughts, but whatever.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like obviously you hear stories of people, you know, you go on vacation or whatever. But if you could still do the job, I honestly don't see the problem. Because if you're at work in an office, you ain't doing shit. If your door's closed, you're sitting there playing on the internet. You know you're not working. What is work?
That's true.
Most people can do their work in like a couple hours, if that.
It's true.
On the week.
True.
There's no reason we as human beings need to sit in offices for 45 hours a week at minimum. It doesn't make any sense.
Even in my line of work, I can do my work in a matter of hours and then just coast. But
it's not a good system.
No,
we
it's not.
should have figured it out earlier. Maybe that we will. Maybe that will be part of the new world that we enter at some point. All right. When we get back, a lot of show and tell. So if you're listening, so sorry. Find it on YouTube because you're going to want to see this. We'll be right back. So I've talked about how I enjoy miniature versions of larger things like the mini brands and stuff like that. I also appreciate when they go the other way and Tech Deck makes those little skateboards, which is cute. Yeah. But the Tech Deck made like a giant one.
Oh, they embiggened it. Look at that.
They embiggened his soul. This is called a handboard because it's too big for your finger. And I've never seen this before, but it like went immediately to clearance. I
wonder why.
On Target, but it's so much fun. It's still got this texture, and like I feel like it'll probably be easier to use. Woo!
I feel like if you still had a table, that would be on the free table within a year. I'm sorry.
I feel like it's big enough. I'm gonna like put it behind me or something. It's actually
step on it.
Let me tell you. It is the perfect scale for those 18-inch Ninja Turtles that NECA did.
Oh sure. It's the perfect scale for your Red Ranger helmet.
What? Oh, the little one?
Yeah, your one half scale. Your half scale.
Yeah, I still don't understand how numbers work. You're telling me this is half helmet. Scale? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. I expected I expected it was gonna be a huge thing, and it was so little, so disappointing, so expensive. So there's that. That's fun. I think it's fun.
Cool.
Yeah. We've talked about blind boxes a lot. It's a big thing. NECA, they keep doing theirs. They're like adding more. There's lots of shenanigans. Oh, actually, let's talk about that for a second.
Channing Tatum's.
There's a lot of shenanigans. Channing Tatum.
Oh, shenanigans. I thought you were saying
that's actually a good rhyme. Channing Tatum's. No. You show me a picture. Somebody got the NECA blind box, and they got a fig swap.
Yes.
The future foot soldiers set had been replaced with Snake Eyes figures. Is that what it was?
Right. Yeah, I believe that's what it was.
Wild. Was there an update to that? Like, I need to know next.
I didn't see anything else. That's just hilarious to me. But it's like buyer beware at that point.
Wild. Good Lord. Oh. Like, I don't like the fact that this stuff is returned and beat to hell, but I get it. I feel like they should be more upfront than just like including that in the text of like the waiver.
Right.
But like, you gotta at least check this stuff.
There's gotta be
put
some
up a
QC
picture.
Here.
Like have the people that are filling the boxes have a picture of like what the content should look like. Like, does it look like this? No. All right. Whoops.
Into the pile. Oh.
So I don't subscribe to any like monthly boxes. There are still some. There's like a wrestling one where you get these little, they're not pops, but their own brand of little figurines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that Loot Crate is currently doing one. I know there's not like a monthly. They used to do like a monthly one. The one monthly box that I just recently subscribed to is the Dinosaur Dracula monthly box. Now, Bill, are you familiar with Dinosaur Dracula?
I am, yes.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Those of you who are not familiar, Dinosaur Dracula is, I describe him, this guy Matt, he is the internet's curator. Like the stuff that we care about, like pop culture, 80s, 90s curator. And he's been around so long, his original site was X Entertainment. Now, talking about rebranding and reasons to rebrand, he eventually thought that maybe having a website that's about toys and soda called X Entertainment was not the best when you're trying to sell advertising. I don't know. I think that's fine. But he rebranded as Dinosaur Dracula. They have their own podcast, him and another gentleman, called Purple Stuff, which is a reference to that Sunny D commercial where the mom's like looking through the fridge. Right. It's like, oh, we got this, we got the purple stuff. Oh, Sunny D. So that just sort of shows you right there, like the kind of person this is. He collects everything, but like not like toys. He collects the different Whoppers, the different color Whoppers.
Whoppers, yeah. He's got them all frozen.
And he keeps them. They're frozen. Any sort of Simpsons related thing, like he has the donuts that they gave at 7-Eleven back in the day. Yeah. Soda cans. He has tons of like soda cans. I think they're empty, but he still keeps them. Just so much stuff. He's an amazing person. So he does this monthly box, and like I view this more as a way to like give back to Matt for the years of entertainment that he's provided, rather than like being like, oh, I can't wait to see what I got, or like I'm gonna flip this stuff. It's like definitely not. You're not getting your money back in terms of like dollar to dollar, but. Like I said, I appreciate Matt, so I do want to support him any way I can. So I got one last month, and I got one in December, and I got one in this month or this past month. So I want to show you. I don't know which one this is, but we're look. So they come in a little. I probably shouldn't show my address, but oh well. Shouldn't show his address either, but I think he's a PO box. Okay, so this was this month, and the big item. So there's like, it comes with stuff. The big item. Do you know what I hold in my little hand right here?
No, you're very blurry right now. Okay, there it is.
What about that?
What is
that?
You
see it?
That's bad. Is that a Star Wars? Is that a Fruit Loops box?
It's not Fruit Loops, but you're very close. What's the other promotion from back in the day?
The other promotion?
A little greasier. A little greasier.
I just remember that white box, and that you would get your the Spirit of Obi-Wan.
There
is
it
Spirit
is.
of Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Oh, wild! Didn't I send that to you, or did I send?
I think you sent me the Han because I never had the Han.
Okay,
maybe. But
where's he finding these?
Well, that's the thing. He's an amazing person. He finds enough of these to send out to everyone that subscribes.
That's a very limited box, then. That's
now, funny. This made memories flood back to me because back in the day, this was like the height of my interest in collecting Star Wars. So I was also a fat kid and a fat adult, but I bought so many bags of Lay's potato chips that I ended up with like 50 or more of these guys, thinking that I could retire someday with this guy. He looks like he has articulation, but does he? He does it. You can move him a little bit. His arm moves. Yeah, unless I just broke him. Oh, I broke it. I broke it.
No. Oh, shit.
I don't think it was intended to move. Oh god, it's all falling apart. I don't know if it's old. Okay, it does look like look like you could put it back, but I don't think I ever dared move them.
I don't. Where's mine? Oh, here's mine. Let me break mine.
Yeah, break yours. See, I'm moving the other arm. Let's see if it falls. Nope, that one's okay. You can see the joint inside him because he's see-through.
All right, here's my non-dinosaur Dracula.
There you go.
It moves. It's just very tacky.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Oh man.
Popped right out. Yeah, that one's not. It's not gonna stay on there.
Oh, tremendous.
But I'll cherish this forever. Let's see if his head moves. Oh yeah, did it pop off too?
I'm moving.
You can see because it's see-through. You can see as I moved it, it like messed with the plastic, like creating white. Yeah. It's the best. Oh. And he writes up like a whole newsletter and all this stuff. It's very fun.
Yeah.
This is the previous week. Like I was smart and I marked off my name on this one. Let's see. I thought was there something good in this one? Oh, it has candy. That's right. Each one came with like a candy, which is kind of funny.
Fucking.
This was the Christmas themed one, and it came with the Gremlins something.
Something Gremlins.
Is it a mark? Is it a record?
Book? Is it a record?
Don't bend hard in it.
It's probably a record. It's probably one of those.
It is.
LPs.
It's a read-along record.
Yes.
But I don't have a record player. But maybe I'll have to get one.
That's some wild stuff.
It's wild, yeah. So it is fun. See, I think this would be even more exciting for people who weren't like so tapped in to like everything like we are. Like that Obi-Wan, people probably would have been like, "Oh, what's this?"
This is like if you were to go to this is like a box if you were to go into like an antique store and you just found some fun little stuff.
But you sign up to be a part of this, so I don't know how many people get it, but he has to find that number of product. I'm gonna eat my candy bar.
Oh, is that like it's not like a Nestle's Jurassic Park candy bar from like '92, is it?
The candy is edible unless otherwise noted.
Oh,
it's just like a nice little treat.
It's not like my Batman candy that was from '89 that I was eating. That was great.
So I don't know if you have like a shipping crate full of old stuff.
Yeah.
If he'll buy it from you, like I don't know how his deal works. So
like
you can reach out.
Dead stock, like just like a box of dead stock. Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but like I said, I love Matt. We've always appreciated his work. So I'm happy to send him $25 a month for that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Okay, let me finish eating my.
You finish your Mr. Good bar. My favorite chocolate bar. I will note. I do love
Mr. Good bar. There's just peanuts in it. What
peanuts and chocolate. That's all I need.
Simple, man.
Appreciate the Mr. Good bar.
Should I eat the Obi-Wan? He looks like Jell-O.
You should.
I'm eating him.
He tastes like Lay's potato chips.
I broke his. Oh my god! If it smelled, I'd buy like a cologne if it smelled like that because I just remember that greasy smell.
Did the head come off?
I broke his head off.
The head off.
I bit the head off and it won't go back. It's like
you broke the whole figure.
The peg is frozen, and I turned it, and it didn't. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna break the final limb. I did it. He's broken. He's got no head. He's got no arms.
You're one step away. Dye it green and make it the Gummy Venus de Milo.
Oh, I saw somebody was making those. It looks very nice.
Dr. Severance, Gummy of all. Yes.
They should make that and then just put it on a card. I would buy that in a second. Are you kidding me? I'd love that.
Get on it. Jack specific.
They gotta do something. Let me make some space here.
I can't even find their stuff in the stores. I don't even know if it's popular or companies who stopped ordering. I don't even know.
I feel like they over-ordered, at least Walmart did on Series 1, and now it's sort of in that situation where it's we have 1 million of the family rooms. What are we supposed to do with these things? We're going to lose money and order more? Right, with the Bartman.
True.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on the soft dolls to go on clearance because I want them, but I don't feel like I need to pay, what are they, $10 each? Those are definitely need to go on clearance at some point.
Right on.
Okay, So we started the show talking about Severance, and I can't believe you haven't watched it, but I do understand because you don't have Apple TV. And there's not a ton to watch on Apple TV, but it's worth it just for Severance. So that's your homework for this week. But, and, we talked in the past about, like, when movies don't have dedicated action figure lines, but you still want, like, to play in that world. So there's no Adam Scott action figure. There's, like, a little fake bobblehead from Parks and Rec. I think there's a Super 7 reaction, which doesn't mean
probably doesn't
mean no good. It's Marvel Legends or nothing. So I set out to make my own Adam Scott Severance action figure. So I've been looking around, looking at the different, because there's so many Marvel Legends figures at this point. Like, there's got to be one. Like, he's just like a white guy. Like, most of the figures are just white guys. So I found that Baron Zemo figure from the MCU line, and I thought that was a pretty good approximation of what Adam Scott looks like. So I ordered that. It was on Amazon. It was probably like $20.
Ooh.
Let's see. I'm going to find it. Should have had it ready. All right. So, a little spoiler alert. I took off his hair because I didn't think the hair was working.
Yeah.
Try to get him in frame there. So the cool thing about Marvel Legends is a lot of them, the hair is a separate rubber piece, which if you submerge the figure in hot water long enough, the glue loosens just enough that you can peel off the wig piece. So I was looking around. The hair that he came with was not perfect. I found another couple that I thought were maybe good. I even took off the hair from Arcade. Is that his name? You can see I peeled his hair off. But obviously his hair was orange. So like that was throwing me off. Like I was going to paint it brown. But I just still wasn't quite right. So I was looking through pictures and I came across the Andrew Garfield figure from the Spider-Man No Way Home or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty good. That's like puffy. I feel like that works pretty well. So I took my hairless Adam Scott and I took the wig and I plopped it right on there. And look at that. There is Mark S. Macro Data Refiner. And I'm very happy with that. So it also kind of looks like John Ralphio or the guy from How I Met Your Mother. That guy, Ted Mosby, I think his name is. He really looks like Ted Mosby there. But I'm happy with that. Maybe if another hair comes along, that's fine. But this is great. So I need to make him the little lanyard that he wears with his card. And a whole elevator playset. See, you have no idea. Okay. You got to watch this show. Oh, it's so good.
So if we're not recording next week, we all know what Paul's doing. He's making tiny lanyards and elevator playsets. Very good.
I just love it. So, but that made me get thinking, like the most important part of this figure was the suited body, the Marvel Legend suited body. So I was looking through my collection and I realized that I have a lot of suited bodies. So this body is from the Everett Moss or Ross, the Hobbit that was in Black Panther. Yeah. Like the single release that was at Ollie's that I scooped up for probably like $6.
Perfect.
This is the Happy Hogan body from the 2-pack with that gold Iron Man. And this is Eggman's head on top of that. But this, I don't know why I have like 4 of these. Must have been like really marked down at one point. But I have so many of these.
Target,
this is a great body.
$7 with the Eggman.
Yeah. So I scooped them all up. This is a really good, this is a thicker body compared to the first suit. So that's great. And then Eggman comes with the same body, but a different, he has blue pants and he comes with a lab jacket, but I swapped out the lab jacket for the jacket that comes with Kingpin, MCU Kingpin. So you see I swapped those out.
Yeah.
So I made my own little custom right there. So you can take the suit jacket, put it on this other body,
Yeah.
And then this is the same body as Everett Ross or whatever his name is, but this was the chameleon figure. I think this is the first instance of this body. Okay. So you have a blue option too. And then
you're just kit bashing.
I just kit bashing, but it's so fun. And I love how well the hair fits. Like it really just pops on there. Like I could glue it, but I could also just not glue it.
Right.
It's fine. So I have decided what other figures I need to make up the rest of the cast, because I need a Dylan G, I need a Helly R, and I need a Mr. Milchak. Oh, I'm very excited about that one. And then I need Irving. Irving's the only one so that's John Turturro. I've not decided how to make John Turturro as an action figure yet. So if anybody has any head ideas for John Turturro, please let me know, because I have not found anything like that Italian mobster look in Marvel Legends form. But yeah, this is all that's keeping me going right now.
You're on a journey.
The most exciting thing. The most exciting thing in my life right now is making these Severance customs.
The only thing I can think of is maybe you could use like Egon.
For what?
I don't know, John Turturro.
I think you can give him a mustache. Maybe.
You could.
It'd be hard to waste an Egon though.
Okay.
It is true though. It doesn't have to be just from Marvel Legends. Like I used I was experimenting with the hair from the Dungeons and Dragons figure. Yep. That was going to be one of my other choices. So I guess most of the Hasbro 6-inch figures can live in that same universe. That's a good point.
Yes.
So the byproduct of me doing this is I finally opened the Spider-Man figure from No Way Home.
Yep.
And it's a very good figure.
Yeah, he looks nice.
He's very nice, yeah. And I didn't have to pay $50 or whatever that Ultimate Spider-Man's going to cost.
Right.
What are they calling those?
Maximum?
Maximum. It's funny because they have these toy lines where it's like you have your normal line and then you have like your better line, your more expensive line. So like in wrestling, Mattel has Ultimates. In AEW, they have Supreme. Now it's Marvel Legends Maximum. Like we're running out of superlatives to name these toys. Like what are we going to do? What are we going to do? There we go. Yeah. All right, very good. Let's see. Actually, hold on a second. I'm going to get something. I'm going to talk about this.
Okay. Good luck.
Hello. As I was searching through my Marvel Legends boxes for head, I stumbled upon the old Toy Biz Cyclops figure. And time has not been kind to Mr. Summers. I don't know if you can see that there, but I believe that is battery acid that has exploded all over the bag that he is encased within.
Oh, so wait, was there a light feature to that figure?
He had a light feature, yeah.
This is the Marvel Legends.
Oh, you know what? Am I wrong? Am I wrong that it does? I think he does because he's got two little holes in his back. I do feel like you would put something in him, and he would light, or he came with a base that lit up. Well, now I don't even know. What do we think this is?
You haven't opened this yet, right?
I have not opened it. It is sealed. Is it just the paint? Because none of the other figures are like this. And I thought the head has a battery. I really thought it did.
This is the Toy Biz Marvel Legends figure?
I feel like the head lights up. I don't know. Now I don't know. But what the hell else would this be? What happened to him? And it's up by the head. Rust?
Question.
You think it's rust? But
Rust from what?
I don't know. It's
mystery. Don't open it. You might.
Should I open it and smell it?
No, you'll die. Don't do it.
But what if I don't die?
Haven't we learned that lesson already? From,
what if I live?
Licking NECA boxes that were sitting on the floor? Don't do it,
that's
Paul.
true. You did
Don't
get
be
sick.
that.
Look,
Don't
I
be
have
that
all the
guy.
antibodies. This is the perfect time. I have all the antibodies in me right now. All right, I won't open him, but I will throw him here. Okay, let's reset. What are we talking about?
Oh,
what do we want to talk about?
I don't know. Did we come to a conclusion as to what we should call my topic?
No, but maybe we should talk about it, and then maybe a name will present itself. Because I'm not really sure, like, how wide-ranging this topic is going to be.
It's close to home because you owned a video store. Your family owned a video store at one point.
Oh, well, now I don't even know what you're talking about. So why don't you get into it, and I'll follow along.
So I have a lot of physical media at the house, both DVD, VHS, everything like that. And with a lot of my interests come horror, sci-fi, everything like that. And I have those in my room, my shared room with my wife, obviously, and in a cabinet. And my son will come in and admire the pictures on the box. Ask questions. Hey, what's going on with this? When can I watch this? This is kind of how he kind of started getting interested in the Alien franchise, which we're trying to kind of
he liked the cover of the box.
He liked the cover of the box.
Yeah.
So my wife goes, "Oh, he's at it again." He just looks at the box. He looks and he displays them in a way where he can look at all of them and admire them. And she goes, "Oh, there's something up." And I go, "No, there isn't." I go, "I used to do that as a kid." And she goes, "What?" And I go, "You never went into the video store and just admired the box art for the movies that you weren't allowed to watch and thought about it?" And she goes, "No." And I go, "Whenever my father would bring the three of us, my brother and my sister and myself, to the video store, and they were in the kids section, I would be allowed to wander around, and I would look at the horror genre. And I remember always being so interested in the Child's Play 2 VHS cover because it was so intriguing to me, or Freddy Krueger or anything like that." Right. And she was like, "That's not a thing. You've got problems. Something's up with you." So she gets on the phone. She calls her best friend. Her best friend also thinks it's weird, but then asks her husband, and he goes, "No, I did that too." So then she got on the phone with her best friend's sister and asked the same thing. And at that point, I was like, there's nothing wrong with this. And I picked up the phone and I said, "Wouldn't you be intrigued as a 5-year-old kid if you saw a cover of Jason Voorhees with a machete and you're like, what's that about?" So I put that out there. I just
don't understand what her concern is. He's looking at the box art and then doing what?
I think she thinks he's hyper focusing. I don't know.
To what extent? Is he talking about it after the fact? He's like, "What is this movie about?"
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that the point of art? That's why they don't have blank boxes. You want to there's this intrigue. What could this movie be about? That's the whole thing.
Exactly. So I don't know what bubble she's living in. I don't know what bubble she's living in. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, of course. There's nothing. There's not even a thing to be wrong. Nothing has occurred here. I don't understand. I don't.
Basically, I'm putting it out there just to bring it back to my wife and be like, "You were wrong. Everyone's like this. You're the problem."
Who's the problem here? There's that subreddit where it's "Am I the asshole?" It's what are we even talking about here?
Right.
I don't understand. But also my children are hyper focused on everything, whether it be Paw Patrol or anything. My son, my oldest son, he became obsessed with Pokemon. Now he's obsessed with dinosaurs. But that's just how children work. And
of course.
My only frame of reference for this is me as a child who was obsessed with one toy line to the next, who like wanted to be a Ninja Turtle or a Ghostbuster. Like that's how a child's mind works, I think.
That's how it works.
Unless we're all weird. Unless we're all weird. I don't know. You're just
absorbing the information. As much information
fun.
as possible.
You're just enjoying life with your limited information. That's what we would all be like if we didn't have all this other shit in our head. We could just have fun and enjoy pictures. Could you imagine if instead of working, we could just spend 8 hours thinking about VHS covers? Oh, how much better would our lives be?
Oh,
how much better would these lives of ours be if we could just, yeah. Well, maybe soon. No, I think you're fine. I think he's fine.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. Could you imagine like talking to a psychologist and it's like, well, he really liked this picture. It really triggered his imagination. It's like, oh, we got to put him on some medicine. We got to stop that, shut that down.
Antipsychotic. What's going on here?
Your son he is showing signs of serial killer. He likes pictures.
Well, you know what? So here's the best part. This is great because he's never watched it before, and I've thought about it. He goes and he's looking at the Marvel because I've got the Marvel movies up to the Infinity Saga in there as well. So he's asking, "Can I watch this? Can I watch this?" I go, "Yeah." And then, "Hey, can I watch the Deadpool movies?" And I go, "Absolutely not. But you can watch the X-Men movies if you want to watch like something with Wolverine."
Yeah.
So earlier today, I'm at work. My wife apparently put on X-Men, the animated X-Men on for him. And he goes, "I watched the Fox." He goes, "I watched X-Men." And I go, "Yeah." Mm-hmm. He goes, "Isn't the song in that great?" And I'm like, "Yes, it is. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, buddy."
Did you let a little tear come down?
Yeah, a little bit. Because I was like,
"That's my boy."
He goes, "Da-na-na-na-na-na." He goes, "Yeah," it goes like that, and then it gets louder. And I'm like, "Yes." Yeah. There we go, buddy.
Out.
There we go.
Your boy's going to be just fine.
Just fine.
Fine.
He just needs to stop coming home from school being like, "Look at, I drew this alien and it's covered in blood."
Yeah, aliens don't have blood. Kids do. Plus,
someone else's blood, Paul.
But...
That's the thing. It's someone else's blood. It's not the alien's blood.
My head didn't even go there. I feel like aliens are clean. They don't would just disintegrate you. There wouldn't be like blood. That's how I feel. I'm never concerned there's going to be blood to clean up from an alien encounter. You're just gone.
Blood.
Someone else's blood. My kid, we're going to see Dogman next Friday.
I think we're going on Tuesday, or someone's going on Tuesday.
He was very excited about Dogman when he was reading. He's sort of gone beyond them now, which is fine.
Yeah,
because it's a little annoying. But I thought he would be very excited to get the Dogman action figure. So I found the shipper mid-island thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So I grabbed the bigger figures, Dogman and Petey, the cats, voiced by Pete Davidson, which is the choice, but okay. He was also in that Transformers movie. Yes. I didn't give them to him yet because I was like, you gotta be good. And he wasn't good. But I thought he would be like trying to break into my car to get them. He's like not as excited as I thought he would be for them, which is a little disheartening. But like I said, he's very into dinosaurs right now. So like, whereas I, as a child, I feel like if you gave me any action figure, I would be interested in it. But he seems very locked into the theme. It's like it needs to be dinosaur related right now.
I gotcha.
Which seems to be where he and I differ as children. Yeah. But so maybe I'll just keep him for me. Do an unboxing. If I like the movie next week, I'll be like, you know what? I want to play with Dogman. His mouth opens. You can put a tennis ball in there. It seems very fun. Very fun action figure.
My wife was reading that to the kids, and I was like, "What is this about?" And I was like, "This is." Dumb.
It's dumb because it's like, it's the RoboCop, like origin where like, oh, he was injured. He's gonna die, but he had a dog. Is
dying, and the dog's body's dying. And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, darn!" And I'm like reading them, like, "Oh," and the guy's like, "Oh, darn! I really like my dying head." And it's like, Jesus.
Oh, I didn't get to that part. I've only seen the trailer, so like. I
was reading the little comic book. Oh, I really like my dying head. Okay,
that's not great. It's not great dialogue, but it's like they put the dog's head on the man's body, so the man has the personality of a dog, and he doesn't speak English. He doesn't speak.
No, because the man doesn't have the dog is just the dog at that point. The man
it's just the dog, but he has a man's body.
Right, the man is dead.
The man is dead. The dog is just using his body.
Yes.
Which is a crazy choice, but maybe it's obviously it worked fine. But it's like in a million years, I never would have thought that was the way it was going to go. You could have gave me a million options, and it never would have had to just be the dog with a man's body. So
yeah,
good for that writer, I guess. Oh, okay. The things that kids like. Maybe they're dumber than we thought. All right, Bill.
Sure.
Anything else for this big week?
I can't think of anything.
Very good, because my voice is about to leave me, and I want to eat the rest of that candy bar.
Oh, sure.
All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.